Well, I'm delighted to be here. Patience and resilience are virtues as well, and I think just-in-time delivery is a good thing too, David. Okay. I'm just delighted to be with this panel because we have here three social entrepreneurs who have created breakthroughs in their own ways. To my immediate left is Reynolds, who's made an extraordinary difference through her philanthropy in leveraging social change. I mean, when you look at the inventory of grants and investments, it's really quite remarkable how it kind of forms a star pattern that is driving towards and pulling forward on a very collaborative model of social change. And that's where I think the field is moving. We have Reynolds, who has been a driving force behind the Achievement Academy, which has made such a difference in moving young people forward. A truly wonderful experience. I was telling Catherine that I was at the New York Achievement Academy and found myself standing next to Sally Field, and didn't really recognize it. And you know, she likes me. She likes me. And of course, we have David Gergen, who has had enormous social impact through his policy work, his work in how many White Houses, David?
Grover Cleveland was the first,
yeah.
actually.
You weren't on the team of equals, I know that. But,
team of rivals now.
Yeah, team of rivals.
It only felt like it.
Yeah, but David's been involved in significant social change, in advising, using the path of opinion leadership and advocacy to achieve breakthroughs that we need to continue to nurture. My own work on social entrepreneurship is leading me to try to keep pace with the nature of the field. This is a rapidly changing conversation. Just over the last 6 years, we've gone from one definition of the social entrepreneur as the iconic individual to a broadening definition of the social entrepreneur as a partner with others in support, to now more a collaborative model where we're seeing these urgent threats advancing towards us and can't scale or replicate promising ideas fast enough on their own, and are now working towards collaboration and partnerships that are really quite dramatic. And Catherine has written about this. Wayne and David, you've both worked on it. So I thought where I'd start tonight is just with a very simple question, which is, what is social entrepreneurship anyway? I mean, how would you define the term in your own way? And then we'll segue off of that into some further questions, and we're going to keep to a relatively tight clock here. So please, Catherine, can you? Some opening words, and then we'll get to the question.
Well, social entrepreneurship for me is really not a box that you define. In fact, when the foundation was looking to create fellows, we really were thinking about three things. We wanted to sort of capture this youthful energy that has the potential to do so much good. So we wanted to do that. We also wanted to nurture leaders that would create viable, self-sustaining enterprises, initiatives that really addressed social problems, social ills, public policy. And then third, being a business person and also being a person who's been involved in nonprofits and philanthropy, what I saw from that perspective is that when the two communicated, they went like this. They never sort of communicated on the same plane. So we thought, wouldn't it be great to sort of bridge that and create a fellowship program that tapped into this youthful energy, folks that really think about things that are larger than themselves, but also created sort of either through curriculum or through speakers, folks that had the business skills to create these self-sustaining enterprises.
Excellent. And Wayne, from the Achievement Academy perspective or from your own perspective as an entrepreneur?
Well, through my almost 50 years of working on a nonprofit, I find it very inspiring to try to help young people who want to make a difference and create self-sustaining enterprises to change the paradigm, no matter what field it's in, whether it's in finance or any work in the third world. And our work the last several years in funding these social entrepreneurs has really been very rewarding. So, and David, of course, runs the program at Harvard for us.
Right. David?
Well, first of all, let me just say how privileged I feel to be here and to salute the Reynolds program, those of you who are Reynolds Fellows here at NYU. Catherine and Wayne on several occasions have praised the way the university has embraced this program. It's become, there is a lot that's grown out of it, but I think it's now, the president of the university on down have gotten themselves engaged. They believe in it, they support it. You've got someone like Paul Light, who is here, who has become one of the country's authorities on public service, both in government and in the nonprofit and for-profit people who are working for the common good. But I've just heard so many good things about your program. I've had a chance to meet the NYU Reynolds Fellows in the past on a couple of occasions, and I'm aware of the high quality of the program and what the promise that it represents. And coming here, I must say, I'm also impressed by your quarters. This is far better than anything we have at the Kennedy School, and it just suggests to me that we need more resources at the Kennedy School, actually. The NYU seems to be well taken care of.
I wouldn't agree with that.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't, yeah. So anyway, I do want to say this about, from my point of view, social entrepreneurship has become a movement. And it's the most important movement in this country since the Civil Rights Movement. And it has many of the same characteristics, the kind of idealism, passion, the desire for social change. So I am finding in many quarters just an eagerness, a thirst to make a difference in this country and in the world. I happen to be, Catherine and Wayne and I are all involved with Teach for America. I happen to be on the board for Teach for America. Wendy Kopp is one of my heroines. I think she's is a model, a role model for a social entrepreneur. She's been at this some 20 years now. It takes a long time to really make a big difference. You can't do this overnight. As you know, we have some 4,500 young people who graduated last year who are this fall entered classrooms around the country in the toughest urban and rural schools in the country. But it's not only their idealism and their commitment, but the fact was that the 4,500 were chosen from an applicant pool from around the country, 46,000. There were 46,000 college seniors who said, I'd like to go out and give up 2 years of my life. 10, 12, 14, 15% of seniors at various universities. That is touching a chord, that's touching something deep in the younger generation of a desire to serve. And the social entrepreneurship movement provides ways to do that are new, that are fresh, that are exciting, sexy, that give you a chance to say, look, you know, I don't know if you've seen the film Social Network. The Social Network's just come out about Mark Zuckerberg. He is a commercial entrepreneur. What we're looking for are change agents in the social field that are like the Mark Zuckerbergs and people who can really be stars and change things, absent his character.
Well,